You know, if you take a look in a bright blue, clear blue sky and strain your eyes as far as you can see, you're going to have to be very, very lucky to see something that's unusual. But Anthony's been doing this now for such a long time that his eyesight is accustomed, or appears to be accustomed to, spotting these things at miles and miles and miles away. The time that my colleague Tony Barker and I were with Anthony and Tony filming for this particular project, The Journey, we were amazed. We were just shooting out in the back garden and getting a few shots of Anthony and his brother-in-law, for inserts into the documentary, when out of the blue, literally Anthony just said, "Here's one," and our eyes were peeled really way out into the distance, and what seemed to be an extremely high altitude compared to what else we could see in the sky. This solitary sphere came across the skies. I managed to film it for a few seconds and then turned to try and get the shots of Anthony and his brother-in-law filming the same object, which they did. Then I had the time to sort out and reframe the camera and get the thing back in shot again. Not very easy when you've got the camera on your shoulder, you're looking into this bright, beautiful blue sky, eyes are straining. As I say, Anthony's accustomed to doing this. But finally, when I got the thing back in shot, the thing that intrigued me was that when I first recorded that image, it appeared to be thousands and thousands of feet in the air. I'm sure you can agree with me that the thing seems to be somewhere in the regions of air traffic, in other words, 40,000 feet, way up there. By the time it had travelled the distance in just a few seconds to be over Anthony's home, then this thing was just a few hundred feet up in the sky. Now, if the skeptics are going to tell me then all I filmed is a balloon, then it's a darn good balloon, because this one's coming down.
Steeped in tradition, Portsmouth has for centuries been home to the Royal Navy. Hence it is no surprise for the surrounding area to be littered with all manner of training, supply and communication installations. Is there a connection? For example, is this object, filmed hovering for a considerable period of time above one such installation, some form of unconventional but nonetheless man-made remotely powered vehicle? Or is it a genuine UFO? The object appears to be nothing more than debris caught up in a gust of wind. But watch, is this really debris, or is it something else? which Anthony Woods captured on film on a relatively mild, calm day. Are the two one and the same? And what are we to make of its extraordinary shape and aerobatics? When Tim Farrell came to examine this particular sequence, it certainly intrigued him. Now retired from the RAF and living in Cornwall, Tim is an expert witness often called upon to give evidence on video footage. He could not explain the object and wondered, what's keeping it up? But by far and away the most unusual looking UFO ever filmed by Anthony Woods is this. Filmed in the presence of his brother-in-law, Tony, this extraordinary object is like nothing ever seen, nor photographed or filmed, in UFO history. Here now is the sequence in full for you to ponder.